What is equation of motions? We will learn in this video. So hello friends in this smart educational hub. In this video we will learn about three equations of motion. First equation of motion, right, which is v is equal to u plus at, right, and the second equation of motion, which is s is equal to ut plus half at square, and the third equation of motion, which is v square is equal to u square plus 2as, right, 2as, and it can also be written as 2as is equal to v square minus u square. But what is s, u, t, a and t in these equations? We will explain these terminologies over here. So let's see. A is equal to is constant acceleration, v is final velocity, and u is initial velocity, where time is t is time and s is distance or displacement, right? These are the terms which is used in the first, second, third equations of motions. These equations of motions are used to find the velocity, acceleration, time and distance of any object, right? But the first equation of motion, which gives the final velocity of an object, and the second equation of motion, through which you can calculate the distance which is traveled by an object, right? Similarly, the third equation of motion, through this equation you can find the distance and acceleration as well, right? So this is the third equation of motion. In these equations of motion you can find the acceleration, distance, velocity, time of any object. These equations are used to describe the motion of an object experiencing uniform acceleration. So these are the equations of motion, right? Similarly, an example is here for finding the velocity or distance traveled by the car. So we can solve this example here, which will clear your concept about these equations of motions very clearly. So let's see the example. Imagine a car is starting from rest, right? Imagine a car is starting from rest and acceleration at 2 meter per second square for 5 seconds. Using the first equation of motion, find the velocity, and using second equation of motion, find or calculate the distance traveled by the car, right? In this question, the initial velocity is u, which is 0 meter per second, because a car is starting from rest. From rest means initial velocity is 0 and acceleration is 2 meter per second square and t is 5 seconds. So what is required in this question? We have to find the final velocity and the distance covered by the car, right? Now we will start the calculation work, right? What is the calculation of this question or example? The calculation, we know what is given in the question, right? And what we will have to find, we have to find the final velocity, as we know that the first equation of motion, first by using first equation of motion we will find the final velocity, which is v is equal to u plus at, where v is final velocity and u is initial velocity, a is acceleration and t is time, right? So by using first equation of motion we will apply the first equation of motion. V is equal to u plus at, right, where v we will have to find, and u is 0, a is acceleration, which is 2, and time is 5 seconds. So we will put the answer as you can see in the given. U, a, t are given, so we will put the values of these terms in the formula, in the equation, and we will find the answer. So 5 to the 10, 10 plus 0 equals to 10 meter per second. So this is the final velocity. Now by using this velocity we will find the distance of a car traveled, right? By using second equation of motion, we will find the distance. You know what is second equation of motion? S is equal to ut plus half at square. Half at square. So second equation of motion is S is equal to ut plus half at square. Ut plus half at square. Now we will put the values. U is 0, t is 5 seconds plus half. Acceleration is 2. Acceleration is 2 and time is 5. So 5 zeros is 0. 2 will be cancelled out with the 2 and 5 5s are 25. So the distance is 25 meter. What is the distance? Distance is 25 meter. This is the distance which is covered by the car. So by using these equations of motion, we can find the velocity or distance of an object. So this is the simple way for finding the distance, velocity, time, acceleration of any object, right? By using this equation of motions. As you can see in this example, we have found the final velocity and the distance covered by the car by using equations of motion. This is another example of equations of motion which will clear your concept finally. So let's see and we will solve this example. According to questions, our new model BMW can start from rest and travel 400 meter in 16 seconds. So what we will have to find and what is given in the question, we will written in the given section. A BMW starts from rest. It means its initial velocity u is equal to 0 meter per second, right? And because BMW starts from rest and distance is 400 meters and the time is 16 seconds. These key points are given in the question. By using these key points, we will find the requirements of the questions, right? What is required in the question? So the question is, first we have to find the acceleration and then final velocity and the velocity in kilometer per hour, right? Our requirement number A is acceleration and B is velocity and C is velocity in kilometer per hour. So first we find the velocity in meter per second and then we will convert this meter per second into kilometer per hour. So let's start the calculation work. So friends, first we find the acceleration as per requirement of our question, right? But for finding acceleration, we use the second equation of motion, which is S is equal to VIT plus half AT square, right? Initial velocity time plus half acceleration t square. By using this equation of motion, we will find the acceleration, right? So by using second equation of motion, S is equal to VIT plus half AT square. Now we will put the values which is given in the question, like distance is S is equal to, we have to find the acceleration here. So we will put the value of S, which is distance, which is 400. Initial velocity is 0 here. So we will put the value of VI initial velocity and T for time, which is 16 plus half. A will be written as it is and T is 16 square. So now we will multiply and calculate these amounts. 400 will be written as it is. 16 multiplied by 0 is equal to 0 and half. 1 multiplied by A is equal to A upon 2 and 16 multiplied by 16. Now we will calculate these values. First we cancel out 2 with 16. 2 ones are 2, 2 eights are 16. So a multiply by 8 multiply by 16, and 16 multiplied by 8 equals to 128, and 400 will be written as it is, and 128 is multiplied with a. When we will switch 128 to the other hand and other side, then it will be divided with the previous number. So 400 divided by 128, so 2 to the 4, 0 0 as it is, 2 6 are 12, 2 4 z. Now 2 1s are 2 and 0 0, and 2 3 is 6, 2 2 is 4. So 2 5 is 10, 0, and 2 is 6, 16. 2 8 is 16. So a is equal to 25 upon 8, which is equal to. Now we will divide these two numbers and we will find the answer, which is 3.1. 3.1 meter per second square, right? This is the value of acceleration, which is our first requirement of the question, right? Now we will find the second requirement, which is velocity, right? So by using a first equation of motion, we will find the velocity in meter per second, right? And then we will convert this meter per second into kilometer per hour, which is our third requirement. So by using first equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at, where u is initial velocity and initial velocity is 0, because BMW is starting from rest. That's why we will use the value of initial velocity is 0, and acceleration which we have found earlier, which is 3.12, and the time is 16. So now we will calculate these values. So final velocity is equal to 3 multiplied by 3.12 multiplied by 16, which is 50. 50 is our final velocity, which is in meter per second. But now we will convert this meter per second into kilometer per hour. So what we will do, let's see. But this is the final velocity, which is found by using first equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at. Now we will put the values u0 and the value of a and t, and we will find the final velocity, which is 50 meter per second. Okay, now the next requirement is this kilometer must be in this meter per second into kilometer per hour. So what we will do here, let's see. Into kilometer per hour, right? So for converting meter into kilometer, we will divide the number like 50 divided by 1000 and multiply by 3600. You know why we will multiply 50 by 3600? Because 1 hour equals to 3600 seconds. So when we have to convert second into hours, we will multiply the hour with 3600, right? So now we will find the value of kilometer per hour. Calculate these amounts and check the answer. So answer is 180 kilometer per hour. If we calculate the velocity in kilometer per hour, then it will be 180 kilometer per hour. So this is our final answer. Take good care of yourself and bye bye.